In a small town nestled deep within the woods, there was an old, abandoned mansion that everyone avoided. The townsfolk spoke of strange occurrences, whispers that seemed to drift on the wind, and shadows that moved on their own. Children dared each other to approach, but none were brave enough to enter. One evening, a group of friends decided to test the legends. They gathered their courage and made their way to the mansion as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows. The mansion loomed before them, its windows like empty eyes staring out into the dark. The door creaked open with a loud groan as they pushed it, revealing a dust-covered foyer. Inside, the air was thick and still, almost as if the house was holding its breath. The friends nervously explored the rooms, each more unsettling than the last. Faded portraits of long-forgotten residents stared down at them, and the floorboards creaked underfoot, echoing through the silent halls. In the heart of the mansion, they found a grand staircase leading to the second floor. As they climbed, a cold draft sent shivers down their spines. The whispers began, faint at first, just on the edge of hearing. They paused, trying to pinpoint the source, but the whispers seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "Let's get out of here," one of them whispered, but the others pressed on, curiosity getting the better of them. They reached the top of the stairs, where a long corridor stretched out before them, lined with closed doors. The whispers grew louder as they walked down the hallway. The friends exchanged nervous glances, their hearts pounding. One of them, bolder than the rest, reached for a door handle. As they opened the door, the whispers stopped. Inside was a room untouched by time, as if someone had just stepped out. A child's toys lay scattered on the floor, and a small bed was neatly made. But the air was thick with a presence, something unseen, yet palpable. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them. The friends spun around, only to find the shadows in the room shifting, swirling like smoke. A figure began to take shape in the darkness, a child with hollow eyes and an expression of sorrow. The whispers returned, louder now, filling their heads with words they couldn't understand. The figure pointed to a small, dusty book lying on the bed. Trembling, one of them picked it up and opened it. The pages were filled with the ramblings of a child, speaking of a hidden room, a place where they lived, and how the child had to keep them company forever. Before they could react, the shadows surged forward, wrapping around them like tendrils. Panic set in as they tried to escape, but the room seemed to stretch and warp, trapping them in a maze of darkness. The last thing they heard was the child's voice, whispering in their ears, "Stay with me, forever." The next morning, the townsfolk found the mansion just as it always was, silent and foreboding. But the group of friends was never seen again. Some say their voices can still be heard in the wind, whispering warnings to those who dare to enter. And the mansion? It remains, waiting for the next curious souls to join its collection of lost whispers. Credits: The Whispering Shadows.